So allegedly when he opened fire, the victim was lying in bed right there next to his estranged wife. He's then also accused of forcing his wife to shoot the dead man a second time, saying he'd kill her if she didn't do that and help him dispose of the body. Lewis says his brother had only been dating the woman for a few weeks. In fact, just days before the murder, Mack was arrested for harassing communication for repeatedly calling his wife's phone. He posted bond, but then allegedly told his wife he'd been watching her all day the day before the murder.
Michael observed from a distance, reluctant to let go of what he had previously considered belongs to him. The sight of another guy entering her life sparked a rage he could not control. After pursuing her and confronting her new boyfriend with scary threats to leave, his obsession turned violent. One fateful night, he returned to her house, his jealousy and rage spilling over. When the dust settled, the man who had dared to love his ex-wife lay dead. With desperation on his face, he turned to her, not for forgiveness, but for her role in concealing his awful conduct. Let us dive into this story and find out how an innocent man lost his life. Before we begin this video, we would like to express our deepest sympathies to the family and friends who were severely affected by this horrible crime. We would also like to send condolences to Kelvin's family and friends. Today's case takes us to Katy. Katy is a city in southeastern Texas, located about 30 miles west of Houston. The city has a population of around 25,000 residents within the city limits, though the greater Katy area, including surrounding suburbs, exceeds 300,000 residents. While largely subsumed into greater Houston, the town of Katy is still notable for Katy Mills Mall, Katy High School's football dominance, and its historic town square along the former right-of-way of the MKT Railroad. On August 14, 2024, police were called to the home in the 2500 block of Wells Station Court near Stockdick School Road in Katy due to a probable death. When they got at the house, there was indications of foul play, but no body was found. Officers discovered that the victim's corpse may have been removed from the apartment and dumped somewhere else. The next day, authorities arrived to the location along U.S. Highway 90, about a third of a mile west of Teal Road, where the body of 53-year-old Kelvin Hinton was discovered. According to investigators, Maurice Mack, 48, has been recognized as the case's suspect. Investigators interviewed witnesses and uncovered confirming evidence at the home that a murder had occurred. Upon investigation, police revealed that around 3:30 a.m. on Wednesday, August 14th, Mack allegedly broke into his estranged wife's house on Wells Station Court in the Katy neighborhood. The house is close to Katy Hockley Cutoff Road, in a community off Stockdick School Road. The couple had been apart for almost 18 months before getting married in 2019. Mack had a history of following her and was not living with her at the time of the event, according to court documents. Mack's estranged wife and her boyfriend, 53-year-old Kelvin Hinton, woke up to discover Mack standing over them with a weapon, according to investigators. He allegedly carried at least 4 firearms and wore a tactical vest when he entered the house through a side window. Court filings state that after shooting Hinton in the neck, Mack used the weapon to hit his estranged wife, causing her to collapse in pain. Mack was apparently watching his estranged wife all day and threatened to murder her on the day of the incident. Mack also made the wife shoot Hinton by putting her finger on the trigger and her hand on the firearm, causing her to fire several bullets. After that, Mack allegedly put a pink comforter over Hinton's body, put it in her car's trunk, and made her drive to his apartment. In order to get rid of any DNA evidence, he allegedly splashed her with bleach there while she was taking a shower. Mack collected cash, according to the estranged wife, who told detectives that he preferred not to use credit cards that could be tracked. She further described Mack calling a man named Jay to ask for his opinion on how to dispose of the body. She claimed that after they arrived in Vidor, which is close to Beaumont, Mack doused the body with gasoline and lit it ablaze on a gated, guarded property along Highway 90 West. According to investigators, surveillance footage from a gas station in Vidor shows Mack filling a red gas can and depositing it in the car's trunk. The pink comforter, which was allegedly used to conceal Hinton's body, was also apparent in the video. The estranged wife further alleged that after discarding the body, Mack stopped to wash the car and purchase a cleaning solution to spray the trunk. According to investigators, Mack allegedly told others that he was involved in the murder and tampered with the corpse. According to records, Mack dumped Hinton's body before pouring gasoline on it and setting it on fire. After bringing his wife back to Houston, she stated that the 48-year-old let her go before she called the police. Hinton, the victim, leaves behind 2 daughters and grandchildren. His relatives stated that he was released from prison and received his truck driver's license. They say Hinton and the woman started dating several weeks ago and that her estranged husband, Mach, stalked her, but they didn't realize how serious it was until after he died. Mach would often threaten Hinton, telling him not to return to the residence. Mach was previously arrested for harassing his wife with numerous phone calls, according to records. He posted bail but violated the bond restrictions, which prohibited him from contacting his wife. On August 20, 2024, Micheal Maurice Mack, 48, turned himself in at the Harris County Criminal Justice Center in downtown Houston. He stood before a judge, was charged with capital murder, and was jailed. Mack is in the Harris County Jail, where his bond was set at $1 million.
Harris County Sheriff's deputies are searching for the man they say fatally shot his estranged wife's lover before burning his body and dumping it in Vidor. A capital murder warrant now out for Micheal Maurice Mack. And ABC 13's Luke Jones is live with some details that make this story even more disturbing. Luke?
Yeah, so allegedly when he opened fire, the victim was lying in bed right there next to his estranged wife. He's then also accused of forcing his wife to shoot the dead man a second time, saying he'd kill her if she didn't do that and help him dispose of the body.
I don't have no choice. I got to go forward. It's gonna hurt.
Michael Lewis now forced to confront a life without his brother. Kelvin Hinton was turning his life around, his family says.
Got out of prison, got his truck driving license.
When it came to an abrupt end Wednesday at this house on Wells Station Court in the Katy area. Investigators say he was asleep in bed with his girlfriend around 3 that morning when the pair were awakened by her estranged husband, Micheal Maurice Mack. He'd apparently broken in through a window. The woman told detectives he was wearing a tactical vest and had at least 4 guns, including a rifle, which she says he used to shoot Hinton in the neck before beating her. At one point, she says he forced her to shoot Hinton herself, as he already lay dead.
It's just the way he did and the way he did it, and that vicious act.
Detectives say Mack wrapped Hinton's body in bed sheets, loaded him in the trunk of his wife's car, then forced her to drive with him all the way to Vidor, more than 120 miles away. When they reached a gated lot, she tells deputies he pulled out Hinton's body, doused it with gasoline, and set it on fire before driving her back to Houston and letting her go. Lewis says his brother had only been dating the woman for a few weeks.
They say she had a stalker. He told me she had a stalker.
But he says it's only after his brother's death he learned how serious it was.
He didn't let me know. The guy had called his phone and threatened him not to come back to the house.
In fact, just days before the murder, Mack was arrested for harassing communication for repeatedly calling his wife's phone. He posted bond, but then allegedly told his wife he'd been watching her all day the day before the murder. Luke Jones, ABC 13, Eyewitness News.
May his soul rest in peace. We pray his family may find solace knowing justice will be done. If you would like to stay updated with this type of content, please don't forget to like and subscribe. See you on the following video.